what's up? Kevin from Team Cribcraft here, and in this episode I'm going to be moving all of this crap and all the crap up there to my new house, and I figured it'd be a good time to do this on recording because I have something rather serious I want to talk about. Also, as you can see, the death count has changed quite a bit. We'll get into that in a different video though. What else should I talk about? I'm trying a new method of recording with the music on Fraps, and I think it's going to work out well. I tested it a little bit. Obviously, I died and have nothing, so I'll see if I have any quick armor I can put on. Oh, I'll just sleep through the night really quick. Okay, so let's get started with moving all this crap, shall we? Do I have a pickaxe anywhere? Actually, no, I don't need a pickaxe to remove that shit. I need a axe. So do I have a spare axe? I guess I should have been more prepared for doing this, but once we get into the flow of things, I'll start talking about what I want to talk about. Axe. Axe. I'll just make I'll just make a cobblestone axe for now. And a cobblestone pick. Okay. So the topic I want to talk about, and if you're not interested in this, then don't watch the video, but I want to talk about a more serious topic. I think that weight loss is an interesting topic, and I happen to have a really interesting story about that. Let me just put this crap back in the chest, the extra crap back in the chest. Still maneuvering with the trackpad. It's not exactly fun. Actually, the stuff won't despawn or anything, so we'll start moving. So basically, before I showed my face reveal, and I'll be showing pictures throughout the video. Like, I wasn't always as skinny as I was, or yeah, I never was that skinny. So, over actually the last year, like throughout 2013 and some of 2014, I was actually trying to lose weight because when I was in high school, I had weighed 300 pounds, and obviously that's extremely unhealthy. So, what I decided to do was obviously change that. And I was overweight my whole life. And I'm not going to say it was the funnest thing in the world, because it was the exact opposite, honestly. And, you know what it's like to be overweight if you're overweight. If not, you're never happy with it, generally speaking. If you are, usually you'll be made fun of on occasion, but you learn to have a thick skin about it, or you don't. I personally adjusted to it, and I was always able to make friends. I was always able to be popular, or as popular as I could hope to be, considering. And a lot of that weight gain was from just, in my situation, it was just from my parents just not caring about my weight when I was a kid and me not knowing any better. So it kind of sucks that it was half their fault and half my fault. But when because I've been overweight since I was like the age of 4. Like, I was at least always like 40 pounds overweight. I might show some pictures, I might not, from that really. But going into high school, I was about 300 pounds at the age of 15, and I was like 5'7" probably. So, yeah. And I didn't lose any of the weight throughout at all of high school. High school wasn't as bad in terms of being made fun of or anything. Middle school was a lot worse because there was a lot worse people, just a lot more, I'll just say a lot more urban high school. And you guys can interpret that as you will. But it did happen in high school. I got into a few fights about it. Not something I'm thrilled about, but something that happened nonetheless. So, like I said, I always had tried to lose weight, and I never, like, was devoted enough to doing so. Which, like, if you want to lose weight, it's not just, like, it's gonna happen. You're not gonna take some sort of supplement and lose 10 pounds in a week. It just doesn't work like that. There are healthy ways and unhealthy ways to lose weight, obviously. I mean, if the unhealthy ways are quicker, but they usually won't last long term. Like, you see, like, models and stuff like that who are, like, anorexic and throwing up, but I mean, the second they start eating, they're gaining all that weight back quickly. So, I wouldn't suggest that, or throwing up or anything like that. I would strongly advise against it, actually. And obviously, because anything that's short term just won't pan out in the long term unless you keep on doing more and more of it. The best way to lose exercise is to, or the best way to lose weight is to diet and to exercise frequently. I always exercise pretty frequently, I would like to think. Apparently not frequently enough to lose weight. A lot of it's also like portion control and stuff like that when you're eating, which is really hard. Because I know, like, being in America personally, like, it's a food-driven country. So it's just like, everything's about food. And everything's just like, so much of it. And there's like a McDonald's every 2 miles, at least. Maybe even less than that in some occasions. More often than not. So when I finally decided to start, okay, so basically, like, I was at home my whole life. I'm still at home. Once I get a job, I'm gonna move out, but that's aside from the point. I decided to go as far away for my freshman year of college as possible, for reasons not completely involving the weight loss, and that I won't get into on video, for personal reasons. But I went to Buffalo for college, and I was about 9 hours away from home. So, and I'm still in, I always lived in the New York area, so I've never not. So if that's something, sorry, I'm having a bit of frame dropping right now. I might take off Flows HD or something. And I'll organize these chests later. I'm just putting stuff in and moving it right now. I might tear up the floor as well. But anyway, I moved to Buffalo, and I don't know what clicked in my head that just kind of, something just kind of clicked. It's like, okay, you're gonna lose whatever weight you want to lose, and you're gonna do it. And I started out doing it in not the healthiest way. Like, when I first decided to lose weight, I just didn't have any appetite. I probably ate 500 calories a day for about 3 weeks and didn't do anything else, no exercise or anything. And I mean, I did lose weight, but it's not healthy, and I would have gained it back if I didn't start doing other things. So, some of my friends I met, actually, they're good people, and I don't think I would have been able to do it without their support throughout the whole thing, personally. And my friends in Buffalo, I actually never told anybody about my weight loss until I saw them back home, so that was a fun surprise. I'll get into that a bit later. And basically, one day they were just kind of like, oh, you want to go down to the game room and do something? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And that kind of got me into ping pong, which, believe it or not, is actually a great form of exercise if you're, like, really into it. It's obviously, well, table tennis. It's table tennis, so yeah, you know what tennis is like. It's like that, and just in a more compact area, and I would do that a lot. Like, a lot. Sorry about the clicking. I'm on my trackpad, I can't help that. I should be done with the trackpad very soon, though. I'm going clothes shopping tomorrow, and I'm gonna stop over to Best Buy and get myself a gaming mouse. And soon enough I'll have my new computer, and I'll be able to stream every day, so that will be nice. I might even I can't really stream without my mouse doing Minecraft. Well, I guess I could do the SMP, but that's aside from the point again. I'm getting sidetracked a lot, sorry about that. I didn't really prepare my commentary. I never do. I just want to like say how I'm feeling at the moment, kind of say what's coming from the heart. But we were talking about ping pong, and how that kind of got me into exercising more. And one day one of my friends was like, "Hey man, I'm going to the gym, you want to come?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" I did. I don't know, I was on one of those exercising bikes for a while. I did, let me think. Let Kevin think about this. He did about 10 miles on the exercise bike with the max resistance up, and my legs have always been fairly strong, but like there's literally like no push or anything. Like I did it so easily, I was actually very surprised. So whatever like the max resistance on an exercise bike would be, I did that with ease, and then that was the first time I ever went, well, not the first time I ever went to the gym, but like the first time I ever enjoyed it. So I started coming back every day for about 2 hours. Sorry, I just got a text. If I paused slightly, I'll read that afterwards. Sorry. You know who you are. But anyway, unprofessionalism aside, I went to the gym every day for 2 hours until I couldn't, and I'll get into that in a minute. I know I'm kind of like a bit all over, but I feel like this is the best way to do things. So basically, after that I started to do more stuff with my legs and just excessively work out my legs. I was working out my arms at one point. I was just like, you know what, this is boring. I can't max everything out with my arms. So I was just like, I'm gonna do shit with my legs constantly. And I did. So I was doing about 10 miles each day on the exercising bike, and I was doing leg pressing, stuff that worked out my quads and my calves as well. I forget what the machines are called. I was also doing ab crunches, a lot of those. Actually, at one point on the leg press, I was doing 50 reps of 1,000 pounds, and then 25 once I was done with the 50, and then 10, and then 5, and then I'd be done with the leg press, and I could do that fairly easily. I never got to go further than that. I probably could have pushed like 12 or 1300 on it, honestly. And I was also playing ping pong for about, I don't know, I'm gonna say 4 to 6 hours each day after that as well. So I was exercising for at least 8 hours a day while doing my classes and studying, obviously. Because I did kind of put school second to that, I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel bad about it, and I don't regret it. Sometimes, you know, it was my first semester of college that I did most of the cutting down, so I don't feel bad about it in any way. First semester is usually your worst semester, so while I was trying, so best time to kind of do this kind of thing, if you're wondering for yourself personally, is when you have like a time where you can kind of just put other things second and just put yourself first, which is what I did. I didn't tell anybody outside of college about it, didn't want anybody to know about it personally, and that's what I did. And basically, in October, I've always had knee problems, I figured out recently. I didn't know it like specifically then, but I always have had knee problems, just because of my weight, and probably, mostly. That's what makes the most sense in my eyes. I can remember them back in high school being a problem. So it got so bad in high school that I couldn't actually, or so bad in college that I couldn't actually go to the gym anymore, which was extremely upsetting, obviously. I'm just gonna ignore the skeleton, actually. And it got so bad in high school that, or in college, the skeleton freaking distracted me. Sorry. That I couldn't go to the gym anymore, which was really upsetting. I still played ping pong for several hours a day. I pushed myself. I made sure I kept exercising. I kind of fought through the pain, and basically the pain would be so bad from my knees from exercising that much on bad knees that I would probably, like when I got back, I would just lay down after taking a shower. I would just start tearing up and crying from the pain. It was so intense, like the worst feeling I've ever felt in the world for about, I'm gonna say, 7 months. Just exercising for 6 hours a day without knee braces. Feels like, I don't know, it's like, the feeling is like imagine somebody taking two iron rods together and grinding them together until they started like breaking, you know, and chipping away. That's what my knees felt like each day, but worse, I'd say. So that was not pleasant, but by December, and I'd started seriously trying to cut weight towards the end of August, more like September, to be honest. So from September to December, I lost 80 pounds. I was losing an average of 5 pounds a week, 20 pounds a month. And that was through the exercise. I also went vegan during that time. I don't mind it personally. I didn't have an issue giving up meat or dairy or anything of the, you know what a vegan diet consists of, if not, whatever. I went for a time. Actually, I think I can only silk touch this, so that's gonna be for later. I'll sleep in the bed really quickly. So that helped a lot, but you can lose weight without going vegan. Honestly, it's just the easiest way to do it. Shit. Sorry, I was concentrating on the little munchkin. And yeah, so that was kind of what my diet consisted of. So I basically, for those of you who want to know specifics, I cut out, well, if you look up a vegan diet, that's what I had going, but after I kind of was like, okay, I don't really need a vegan diet anymore to sustain my weight loss. I had all of the vegan principles, except I ate white meat, and very rarely I have red meat. So most of the time, usually I had a few salads a day. I didn't drink any soda. Well, I had diet soda like once in a while, which is technically worse for you, but if you balance it out with like a ton of water, which I did, it's fine for you. Everything's fine in moderation. You just have to figure out what moderation is for you. What else did I do with and diet? And where'd the other item frame go? Okay. I'll start to get the stuff from upstairs as well. So that was about the first 5 months I was in college. The rest of it was just kind of, I also did like a lot of walking around and going out. I forgot I didn't have the slime block there, I'm such a doofus. I'm trying to think what else there is to the story. And, well, I went from 300 pounds before to weighing 180 pounds after, which was slightly skinnier than I should be, I suppose. I can't land this damn jump. God damn it. Yeah, and I sustained that weight throughout the summer. Recently I haven't been able to exercise because I've been going to physical therapy, and they kind of want me to take it easy, unfortunately, which, I don't know, they're like, yeah, you can't exercise. I'm like, first reaction, like, fuck you, that's what I do, other than YouTube and stuff like that. Obviously I didn't say that to them, but that's what I was thinking, I can tell you that much. So, that's what I wound up doing for a while. Now I'm more around the 190 area, 195-ish, which is still a healthy weight. I prefer being around 190, 185 though. And I've just been eating extremely healthy. I don't know if you're interested. Some of the foods I like I like tofu a lot. I know a lot of people are against it, but I think it's really good, personally. What else is there? Yeah, tofu. Really, I like veggie burgers a lot. They taste really good. Bean burgers taste really good too, like chili bean burgers. Those are so flavorful. I love it. I actually prefer like the turkey substitutes over the real meat substitutes. Like turkey burgers, turkey bacon, I love all that stuff. Spaghetti squash is something you might want to look into. It's like spaghetti, but you strain a squash and have that. That's really good. Just looking into healthy stuff. High recommendation is to have a lot of protein in your diet. It boosts your metabolism. Toppings on food, hot sauce boosts your metabolism as well. But basically, like, when I'm the way I want to be, I'm having about 4,000 calories a day and about 150 grams of protein a day. And obviously that's not just from eating like a whole chicken, it's from like having protein shakes like twice a day and having like a lot of meat in my diet. But I also balance it out with vegetables and fruits and grains. I think that's everything though. I'm just, like, the house is done being moved, and I can't think of anything else to say. So, I know this video is more serious, but I thought you guys might be interested. I know, I guess a lot of like the YouTubers you guys watch every time they put out a video, you're interested in their personal lives, so I figured I'd get a little personal today. I hope you enjoyed the more serious content, and I hope I did the story justice. Hopefully there will be pictures on screen. This has been Drubbing Babies, and I hope you guys have